Hello, this is Steve, your YouTube English teacher, and today we are looking at how to write a review for B2 and C1. We're going to look at some possible review topics that could come up, and we're going to think about, if this is the topic, what ideas should I be playing around with, what ideas should be going through my head, and how do I plan a good review to get top marks, to write clear, relevant, detailed things. So let's get into it. Our first review topic is going to be a supermarket. Now, this is not going to be the most common C1 or B2 review question, but the point is that yes, you could be reviewing consumer experiences like restaurants, hotels, shops, holidays, all these kind of things. So I want you to be thinking of how to review a consumer experience. And the example I've got for that is a supermarket. So how loyal are you to your normal supermarket? Do you always shop in the same one, or do you not care and go to different ones? Maybe it's just because I'm a boring middle-aged man, but now these questions are quite interesting to me. Do you do a big weekly shop or several smaller ones? What kind of lifestyle do you lead with regards to that shopping? Are you organized, or do you keep having to buy new things every day? Or maybe you don't see it like that. Maybe you like going shopping every day and buying a little thing. And how's your fridge management? This is a related question. Do you always have a nice full fridge? Do you have to throw much away because you buy too much and then don't use it? All the kind of questions that we could be thinking about when we think about supermarket shopping. It's just to make us think about the topic, really, as we get into our review, a review of your normal weekly supermarket that you go to, which I have planned like this. I am going to be reviewing Lidl. And for a review, I'm going to have an introduction where I give the basic information, Lidl, and my opinion. And my opinion, as you can see, is that it's pretty good. I like it. Why? Now, here's where we need to think. My body paragraphs in my review should be some important aspects of the thing I'm reviewing. In this case, what's important for Lidl is the app, which is really good. And as you can see, it's my whole experience is based on the app because I use it a lot. And the other thing I really like is the variety of things they have in the shop. Then I'm giving a conclusion where I'm giving my final opinion and recommendation. So that's the structure. Now have a little look at the use of English, because I've also given you 4 use of English questions here in the plan to make you read it properly and think about it and maybe learn a little bit of extra use of English. Pause the video and answer them. Here come the answers. Something wins you over. That means it convinces you, it brings you to its side. You are now a firm fan of Lidl. It has won me over. The app is, if it's intuitive, then it's easy to use. Easy to use, a nice common expression really when we're talking about apps and technology and websites and so on. And number 3, this is very easy, isn't it? What's the adjective from globe to describe the different cuisines? Global cuisines. My favorite in Lidl at the moment has to be the Greek. They have some really good little spinach cheese bites, like spinach and cheese wrapped in pastry. €4 for a kilo, and a kilo lasts weeks. They're really, really good. The different global cuisines. And finally, in my opinion, Lidl is, if you know this, I'm impressed, because it's a very specific expression with shoulders, meaning far better. It is head and shoulders above the rest. If you're head and shoulders above, that means you are much better, because you are, far superior, not just slightly, but the whole head and shoulders above. Let's do another review, because now if you want to write this one, please write it, but we're going to do another one. We're going to be reviewing phones. Now again, this might not be on the exam, but reviewing a product, yes, is a common type of question. So you should be able to review a product like a phone, and you can use the same way of thinking for whatever is on the exam. Do you track your daily phone usage? Like everyone else, it's always a shock when I bother going into digital well-being and seeing that I spent 4 or 5 hours on the phone today. It's always a shock, so I personally don't do it so much. What drew you to your current phone? What makes a good phone for you? For me, it was I've got a nothing phone, and I really like the fact that it's basic, simple, and there's no bloatware, no extra things on it. And in fact, I think I might have included that in my review in a minute. And let's talk about phones. Should schools ban phones completely? It's impractical, it's impossible, it doesn't really work. but it seems to be somewhat moving in that direction for schools. So we'll see. Does it work? Yes. Why should it work? What advantages, disadvantages? Essay thinking, right? But your actual review is going to be your current phone. Of course, you can just make this up. If you don't have a phone or if you don't know what to say about it, you just make it up. They are not checking that. But the point is, you've got a developed, interesting review. You're trying to make it interesting. You're making it relevant as well. Here's my plan. As I said, my phone is a Nothing Phone 3A. And I've got the introduction where I give like the basic selling point, what I like about it, the performance, the design, and then my conclusion. Pause the video. Here come the use of English answers. The first word, the answer is sleek. When we're talking about something that is very modern and elegant, it is sleek. Like a sports car is sleek because it looks modern and elegant. It can run lots of apps at once, meaning simultaneously at the same time. The transparent case lets you see the inner workings. That's an expression. That means the inside, inner workings. And finally, if it's an ideal blend with worlds, then it offers the best of both worlds. That's the expression. That means it's an ideal blend. It's just an expression which you could use in many reviews, right? If you are reviewing something, it's very easy to say. It's got two different aspects and it offers the best of both worlds. It gives you a bit of everything and so on. Let's do one more review. And I didn't want to do a typical restaurant review. And I thought, where do I actually eat more than in a restaurant? It's my local kebab place, isn't it? So we're going to review your local kebab place. Let's talk about kebabs first. What's your order? As you can see, in Spain at least, we still have pretty cheap kebabs. €4.50 for a big durum. €4 for in the shawarma. It's good, isn't it? It's good. You can understand me for eating here fairly regularly when I'm not eating my healthy salads and so on. Do you have any good kebab memories? When I first became a teacher in Nottingham, I had a very long day on Monday. Monday was like my longest, busiest, most intense day. And then I used to go to the gym after work and do yoga. And then on the way home from yoga, I would get a kebab. And that was a great kebab after a long Monday as a young teacher with very difficult classes in a difficult school. And I was very tired and very ready for that kebab. And finally, have you ever made it yourself? They do sell pretty decent kebab meat in Lidl, to go back to our supermarket, which is quite reasonable. And I haven't made kebab exactly like this, but I've made similar things and it comes out pretty well. Anyway, write your review of your kebab place, which might look something like this when you're reviewing a restaurant or one of these kind of customer experiences. An introduction where you give a general introduction of the kind of place it is. Then different aspects, the staff, the menu. We could talk about, the atmosphere in the place if you're eating in the restaurant, the decoration and so on. You could talk about the price, all those kind of things. And finally, your recommendation. Pause the video, complete these sentences for some useful C1 phrases and grammar. And we have, it is packed full of flavour. A kebab is packed full of flavour. That's the word that fits when we're talking about food. They are happy to have a chat. I don't think there's another possibility there. You have a chat, meaning you talk. We have many temptations, right? My comma there should probably be another type of punctuation, like a colon. But I think there's many tempting burgers. The comma doesn't work, does it? And finally, another way of saying recommend, because you're always going to be doing this in your review. So make sure you can use recommend correctly. Recommend something or recommend doing something. Or I would not hesitate to recommend. Isn't that a nice expression? I would not hesitate to recommend the kebab to visitors. That's your final review. Hope that was useful. See you next week. Goodbye.